7.5 million people aren't registered to vote.
16 million people didn't vote in the last election.
How do you tackle voter apathy?
How do you get young people to care?
I think there's just a bit of a disconnect between young people and politicians. They don't understand them, they don't connect with them, there's no relatability.
Young people our age aren't voting because they don't see the importance of it. Young people don't see politicians as normal people. They see them as these stereotypical white men in a big house arguing about stuff that they don't care about. There's some radical reforms on the table.
Online voting by 2020.
Mandatory voting.
Being able to register down to the wire, even on election day.
And votes for 16 and 17-year-olds.
We're asking your opinion on those issues. Do you think it's a good idea, and do you think government should try and work at it so that it can become a practical reality? So once we've got all the answers back from people who've contributed to the report, we pull them all together, produce something that Parliament can say, yes, we agree with this, and hand it on to government and say, look, people have spoken, Parliament's spoken, you've got to take some action now in your manifestos and at the next general election. Your generation will be the politicians of the future, and we need to get rid of some of the cynicism and some of the destructive attitudes we've got.
Young people are apathetic. They're disillusioned. We're disconnected with politicians. It's time for a change.
We aren't listened to. People aren't hearing our voices.
I don't think the voting age should be lowered at the moment, because I think that we need to first and foremost deal with the low voter turnout between 18 and 24-year-olds.
I believe 16-year-olds are responsible enough because they have the ability already to have a baby, get married, and do all these other things. So why can't we just vote?
I think it's time that political parties made clear statements on encouraging young voters. I think people need to know what political parties stand for when it comes to issues that concern them.
I personally don't feel as though any of the parties are directing any of their policies and any of their messages directly at me. So how can I really listen to them if they're not listening and hearing me and responding to it?